What a summer, man. What a summer. Am I in for the double crown this summer? That's amazing. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the pinnacle of the NBA offseason, personalized in the 62nd episode of your favorite Nuggets podcast, whose name contains the word corner. Welcome to the Serbian Corner. My name is Miroslav, and I've prepared a bunch of hopefully fun games for you and my guests today. But before that, my weekly rant, also known as a Miro rant. That's top shelf branding right there. The FIBA World Cup is almost over. There are only 2 games left, which will happen tomorrow night if you live in Eastern Asia, tomorrow in the early afternoon if you live in Europe, or in the Serbian NBA time slot if you live in the United States. We've seen some fun elimination games. First, in the quarterfinal game between Germany and Latvia, Dennis Schroeder put a historical performance, shooting 4 of 26 from the field with 5 turnovers and being minus 20 in a 2-point win. Serbia beat Lithuania by playing hard-nosed perimeter defense and not letting the Lithuanian behemoths out-rebound them. Team US destroyed Italy, which was a punishment for the Italians for beating Serbia 3 years in a row. Canada played a tough game versus Luka and Slovenia, but Doncic helped them by being a big baby and being ejected from the game after 2 technical fouls. In the semifinal game yesterday, USA lost a shootout versus Germany. It was a game where the defense was very optional, so both teams ended up on close to 145 defensive rating. And Team US lost their second game of the tournament for 2 main reasons, in my humble opinion. They were too petite and also relied too heavily on pick and roll, where too many actions ended up using just 2 guys. Oh yeah, and they let Germany shoot 68% for 2 and 43% from the 3-point line. So very similar to the loss versus Lithuania, so that isn't a coincidence anymore. Serbia played another great match against Canada in the semi-final game. Serbian team had the control over the match practically wire to wire. Canada was getting closer only after several heroic made shots by Nickel and Alexander Walker and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and also thanks to good shooting stretch from Dylan Brooks. That hasn't made me worried at the slightest, since I knew Brooks would eventually regress to the mean of the most inefficient volume shooter in the NBA. Shai was actually limited to only 5 points at a half with incredible team defense, where guys helped each other on a string with incredible rotations behind double teams, and only teams with great chemistry and smart players can do that. Canada had more impressive individuals, but there was no doubt who was the better team out there. At the end, we're going to get that USA versus Canada matchup everybody in the US was calling for, and one of those teams will be able to hang bronze medals around their necks, which is significantly better than what those teams won at the World Cup in 2019. Namely, US was 7th in that World Cup, and Canada was outside of top 8, if I remember correctly. In the big final game, everything is possible. I said a couple of days ago how impressed I am with Team Germany. They're definitely more complex to scout comparing to teams like Canada or Slovenia, where everything starts and ends with one player. They have Dennis Schroeder, who is the ultimate swing guy. He can win you a FIBA game against anybody, but he can also pull a Schroeder, that's an official term now, and miss all of his many shots to the basket. Franz Wagner is awesome. His brother Moritz is shining in this tournament. And Andy Obst is my favorite non-star player next to Žagars from Latvia and Aleksa Avramovic of Team Serbia. Serbia is not without a shot. I believe Nikola Milutinov is next to Jonas Valanciunas, the most dominant center of the tournament. Bogdan Bogdanovic is not only hitting the most important shots, he's also one of the 2 best playmakers of this team. The other one, a floor general extraordinaire, Stefan Jovic, is the guy that said to superstar Dev and Boban Marjanovic last September in the Stark Arena in Belgrade because he didn't play a lot of top-level basketball in the last 3 seasons. He's played in only 12 EuroLeague games in those 3 seasons, but after guys like Mitic and Yaramaz had to decline the invite for the tournament for the rest and injury reasons, Coach Pešić called up Jovic, almost from retirement, waited for him patiently to get to the required physical shape, and now is rewarded by Stefan's games, which are Monte Morris level savvy, but also very creative and rising the ceiling of the team. These 3 experienced guys are Pešić's extended coaching hand on the court and complement other pieces like young Nikola Jovic, defenders like Dobrić and Avramovic, potent scorers in Gudurić and Marinkovic, and versatile big in Petrushev. 10-man rotation rounds up Dejan Davidovac, who is a funny-looking power forward who is always at the right place at the right time, and every coin flip rebound is his. Dusan Ristic plays less, he is the third center, but all of them play for their teammate Borisa Simanic, who last played in the group stage versus South Sudan, in which he got injured, and eventually, after 2 procedures, lost his kidney. His teammates are playing for him, and you can't make these things up. Somebody needs to make a movie about this team. I'm looking at you, Andy. Thankfully, Borisa is feeling better every day and should return to his playing career eventually. If I had a gun to my head, I think Serbia should win the gold medal. I think they are better defensively, and that should decide the game between 2 elite offenses. Now, that was a rant. Okay, time for my guests for today. My first guest for today is a comedian, actor, producer, radio host, a podcast legend, but most importantly, and he will confirm this, last week Denver Nuggets Gameshow Champion, Andy Jouet. Andy.
I'm sorry, Miroslav. I was just putting down my basketball. I apologize.
So you didn't hear anything that I said, right?
I'm sorry. I spoke over your intro like an idiot.
It's okay. So tell me, for how long have you prepared for this shot at repeating as the game show champion?
Some would say my whole life, but I didn't do a whole lot of prep. I thought to myself, oh, maybe I'll go through some rosters and memorize some things and whatever, and I did none of that. I did bet against the Rockies. Just a financial tip: if you're not betting for CU and against the Rockies, you're losing money. And I just wanted to make sure not only did I feature some film work, but also this thermostat. This thermostat is an incredible product. I believe it's a Swingline. Thanks to Swingline thermostats for keeping me temperature controlled.
No, that was the most random plug I've ever heard on a podcast. So kudos to you. My second guest today is a podcaster. He's a Serbian Corner debutant. He is the host of the Box State Boys podcast. He is a self-proclaimed gift lord and also like a guy that feels to me like a king. One of the best Nuggets accounts on X, formerly known as Twitter. It's Steven Zamora.
What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Glad to be on the show. Thank you so much for having me, Miroslav. I'm honored, privileged. Thank you.
So, as for any other debutant this summer, just try to tell me in one sentence, how does it feel? How this summer feels to you?
Like a dream come true, man. I mean, growing up in Denver, man, nobody ever thought the Nuggets were going to be a championship team, It's just, you always had the Broncos consistently. The Rockies have always been pretty consistently, too, just the opposite way. And the Avs were always pretty good, But the Nuggets, I remember when I was a kid, we used to get tickets given to us at school, and kids wouldn't go to the games. They were like free tickets, and people still wouldn't go to the games. So, just to see how far they've come, man, it's incredible. It's just been, like I said, a dream. It's crazy.
It's so funny to me when you mention Broncos because I'm keyed in on the Denver sports for the last 8 years, and Broncos have sucked for those 8 years. So
Yeah.
I luckily, filtered out all of the Broncos tweets on Twitter because I hate seeing people being desperate and angry. So
I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's been rough. It's been rough since Peyton's left, but it's the NFL. You don't win unless you get a good quarterback. So
yeah, so there is some hope, guys, for the next season for Broncos, right?
oh yeah.
Like every season.
In the meantime, we got our buffs. We got our CU buffs going here. Dion's out there whooping people. So we're right back in it with football.
I don't know, Miroslav. I'm with Steven. I think my main concern is Russ's brain might be mashed potatoes now. So we're not sure. we're about to find out.
That's why this season's so important.
Okay, not to turn this podcast into the Broncos podcast, we're calling up another Nuggets Twitter legend. He is the receipts maestro that keeps on giving, reminding us of the depths of laziness and plain bad intentions we used to see in the Nuggets takes outside of our own bubble, with some nice exceptions, of course. He's a student of the Basketball Reference University, just like I am, a dedicated watcher of box scores, an elite frontrunner when it comes to being a basketball fan. It's Wade. Welcome.
That's a great intro. I appreciate that. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, I can read Twitter bios really well and compile them into intros. Yeah.
Yeah, that whole bio is a troll.
So listen, man, I really like to see a nicely done bio because people usually don't take time to make a good bio. So kudos to you for having a great one. Wait, you being here reminded me of a fun question I have for all of you. So name the team or a player you look forward to playing against the most next season, and why.
I would have to go with Giannis in the Bucks going into next season. I feel like the last few years or Jokic's whole career, it's been like a different big man that he's been paired against. Going back to Porzingis, Clint Capella, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis, Embiid, and then he's aced every test. Yeah, so I look forward to the next matchup with him and Giannis because now that he's gotten his ring, he's got the team MVPs. It's been a lot of chatter from the Bucks fan base about whose era this would be, for this decade, So I'm looking forward to that next matchup because Jokic just won the last 3 decidingly, so I don't think the next one would be any different. But just another test for him to ace. I'm looking forward to it.
Honestly, how good do you expect the Bucks to be next season with their aging roster?
I think with Giannis on the team, I mean, I would say home court advantage, anywhere 1 through 4.
I forgot they play in the East, so
yeah.
Home court advantage is not that
exactly
that hard.
A little easier.
So, yeah, anywhere 1 through 4, I can see them sliding.
Steven, what about you?
Personally, I want to see LeBron probably the most. So the other day I was talking to my niece and I was kind of catching her up on like the Nuggets and stuff like that. And I told her like Jokic is the best player in the world. Like, I don't say that because I'm a Nuggets fan. I don't say that because, I'm biased or something. Like, he legit is the best player in the world. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah, LeBron James? She's like, of course, everybody knows LeBron James. I'm like, he's better than LeBron James. He just beat LeBron James. And she's like, what? Like, it blew her mind, So I just want, it to be established, that old guard is dead. This is a new era, and Jokic is the king of it.
Yeah, it's always nice to keep reminding people because they tend to forget. Yeah. I have a banger of a tweet ready for tomorrow with Nick Wright's face on it. I hope I will be able to to flash it out. So we'll see. Good thing about your wish is that the ring night, the opening night, is against the Lakers. So
exactly,
what's a better chance to play against the top level of competition and LeBron James? Andy, what about you?
I love both of their answers, but for me, it's it's sort of 3 players, but I'll pick the top one of, well, 4 players, I guess. If you add, I'm going to go with the Timberwolves because I want to see how they've progressed. I was going to pick Anthony Edwards. Initially, I thought the 3 other players I was thinking of were Cat, Rudy, and now Naz Reid, because last year Naz Reid wasn't in the finals or in the playoffs, and I feel like he's another big body to deal with, and when Jokic played the bigger body Lakers, that was a tough one. Obviously, his skills and experience and leadership have progressed massively since then, and even then he was handling it pretty well. But I would love to see how the Timberwolves evolve, if at all, and if they don't, then it's 100%, the Suns, the Lakers, like a handful of teams that can get in the mix in a way that I think would dismantle the Nuggets in a tragic way for the 4 of us.
Interesting. Out west, nobody is prepared to play against Jokic, except for the Timberwolves. It's like all the teams are just hoping, like let the Nuggets face the Timberwolves, and hopefully they can do something against them, so we don't have to play against them. It's similar to what the Nuggets wished for against Houston Rockets like 5 years ago, when Houston Rockets were absolutely, not a team we can play against. So yeah, it feels good to be in this position. So is there a team that frightens you the most next season, in the whole season, in the whole league? Let's start with Wade.
Man, it's gonna sound like I don't have any fear really. I like the team that frightens me the most is the Nuggets. Like, I'm just hoping for good health, and like I don't see a team that's built besides the Timberwolves to beat Denver. And there hasn't been a person that has shown that they can stop what Jokic can do. It hasn't been a player that can show they can stop what Jamal Murray can do. So really, it just comes down to, the roster stability and health for me.
Steven?
I'm kind of on the same path. Like, I really don't fear too many, but I guess if I had to name one, I do like Memphis a lot. I think Memphis has a pretty well built roster and we've been saying for the past couple seasons that they're young, and we gotta see how they come out. But like they've been doing it for a while. They were the 2 seed the past 2 years. So I mean, they're a young up and coming team. Ja is like, he's a problem, man. Like, especially because we have considerable like weaknesses against super fast athletic guards like that. Like, we've always had an issue guarding those guys. They have size. I mean, Adams is one of the strongest guys in the league. Triple J, even though, I mean, I understand he had a bad, FIBA Cup, but he's a shot blocker. He can go and change a game with, switching on defense and all that stuff. So I think they're pretty well built for the Nuggets. But like Wade said, I really don't fear too many, because at the end of the day, we have the best player in the world. We have everything you can ask for. We have the shooting, we have the size, we have all of it. So I think we're good,
I think that's a really good pick because, Memphis can do the Adams adjustment against Jokic. So putting, JJJ on the help defense. What about you, Dutch Duet?
Yes, that nickname is my pool alias. Like, some writers have pseudonyms. People have stage names. That if I'm playing pool, my name is not Andy, it's Dutch. It's important information. Just want to say shout out to Kat, everybody in Serbia. I love all the comments. I love everyone's answer, and there's really multiple answers, but the Lakers do actually kind of scare me. And just because I think it's unwise to write them off, period, as long as LeBron is on the team. But also because they are deeper now. And with our depth diminished significantly, I think that we're. I don't think they're like I'm not like panicking at all. Our best 5 players are better than anyone else's best 5 players, I think, our starters. But, you know, Ken Brown and some combination of Zeke and Strother and Justin Holiday and Tyson Hunter and Pickett step up in a way that really is beneficial to the point where, you know, we're not worried about. Like, I feel like the Suns viscerally don't have it. To me, Beal is kind of has like Russ energy, except Russ plays harder than Bradley Beal. And so I like, you know, I feel like the Lakers are 1 through 10 are much tougher. And I don't know how that shakes out in a 7-game series. Probably similar, but I feel like they're a 4-2 team or a threat.
Okay. I really like all of your answers, and that will be enough of the serious and smart talk for today. It's time to get crazy. So we're starting the game show right after these messages. Okay, we're back. Denver Nuggets Game Show Volume 2. So similar to Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, this is the Denver Nuggets Game Show. So we'll start off with one easier game just to warm you up, because things are going to get crazy hard after that. Just a fair warning. So the first game is called Guess the Stat Line. I will give you a stat line of one player on a specific date, and you will tell me who was that guy. It's all the Nuggets, and it's all from the Jokic era. So let's start in the reverse alphabetical order with Zamora. Zamora. March 6th, 2022. 46 points, 12 rebounds, 11 assists, 4 blocks, 3 steals, 16 of 22 from the field. That's a
46-point triple-double. I'm just going to go ahead and guess that was Nikola Jokic.
It is. Amazing perception from you. Yes, it is. That was, I don't remember. I think it was New Orleans, but I'm not sure about that.
I think
would have to double
Is
check.
that's a New Orleans game where they went to overtime? Man,
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite games ever. I love that game.
Yeah, and overtime is the reason it's a 46-point triple-double. He would never get to those numbers in regulation, right? So,
Yeah.
okay, let's now go to Wade. Wade. January 19th, 2022. 49 points, 14 rebounds, 10 assists, 1 block, 3 steals, 16 of 25 from the field.
This is a tough one. I'm going to have to go with the Joker.
Damn it. That's right. I shouldn't have said that it's all Nuggets. Yeah, that was a mistake by me. Okay. It's getting tougher now. Okay, Andy, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
February 6th, 2021. 50 points, 8 rebounds, 12 assists, 3 blocks, 1 steal, 20 from 33 from the field.
I'm going to go out on a limb. He's Soundboard's favorite son. He's friends with the greatest tennis player in the world. I'm going to go with Nikola Jokic.
That's a great guess, and it's correct. So all of you have 1 point. So we'll now go to the second round. That will hopefully determine the winner of this game. If not, I have a tiebreaker game prepared, of course. So, Steven, March 4th, 2016. 9 points, 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block, 1 steal, 4 of 17 from the field.
2016.
Yes.
Is that a Moutier stat line?
That is a really, really good guess, but it's wrong. It's actually Will Barton.
Okay.
It's Will Barton. Okay. So, Wade, for you, November 13, 2016. 8 points, 2 rebounds, 0 assists, 0 blocks, 0 steals, 3 for 16 from the field.
I wonder, is that Murray's rookie year? November 13th.
I'm not allowed to speak.
I'm going to go with Jamal Murray on that one.
Jamal Murray is incorrect because
man.
that's not his. Oh, actually, it is his rookie season, but that's
And
not
I
Jamal.
remember he had a very slow start, so that sounds like a stat
Notoriously
line.
slow starts.
Yeah.
This is actually Emmanuel Mudiay.
Yeah.
So-
The 3 for 16 was a clear Mudiay
Yeah.
inefficiency giveaway.
Yeah, that
Yeah, on
November
mine, I
13th
thought that
threw
was
me
pretty
off.
good
I'm like,
efficiency for Moutier.
Yeah, also zero assists is pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Catch there. So he pulled the Mudiay that time. Okay, Andy, if you get this one, you're winning the first game.
Okay.
February 4th, 2021. So a recent game. 13 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 0 blocks, 1 steal, 6 of 16 from the field.
2021. So during that time frame, I think Jamal and MPJ are out, so they're out of it. Unless Jamal, or Jamal was hurt. Okay, wait, hold on. I'm gonna say Aaron Gordon. Oh no, because he was Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon is a really good guess, but it's wrong. It's Nikola Jokic.
God,
Guys,
worst game.
this is his worst game in the last 5 seasons.
Man.
Like, I was really digging deep. I mean, I'm not counting those games where he didn't shot a ball at all. I tried to find an inefficient game, and this is what I came up with. So we need a tiebreaker. Let me try to pull out the tiebreaker. Okay. Just a second.
He bamboozled us with that first round.
You got us.
So, I honestly don't remember what a tiebreaker is, so we'll see now. So, name the player that recorded most games with a negative game score for the Nuggets, regular season plus playoffs in the Jokic era. So,
Can you yell it
game
out?
score. I'll let you start in a second. So, game score is a stat that combines all the stats from the box score and tries to determine if player had a positive or a negative a value for the team. Just a little heads up, negative game score is not very common. So if you're bad, you're usually like +1 or +2. But if you're really bad, you'll get a minus score. So try to guess, and you can do it simultaneously, just when I say now, not now. So, and the guy that gets it, so remember, it's the Jokic era. Anybody's eligible, but we need the guy that had the most of these games. You know, the biggest number of those games. So start, whoever wants.
Trey Lyles,
No,
I'm going to go Facundo Campazzo.
no,
Will Barton,
no,
Torrey Craig?
no,
Tyler Lydon.
no. Not enough games.
Malik Beasley,
No,
Austin Rivers.
no,
Shaq Harrison.
no,
Bryn Forbes,
no.
Oh, that's a good one.
Juancho Hernan Gomez.
Yeah!
Oh!
Juancho is a
Wow.
champion
Juancho.
of the negative
Ooh, Torrey Craig was close.
game
He was
score.
right there. Yep, that was Beasley.
40 glorious games of Juancho Hernan Gomez of negative game score. Yes, Torrey Craig very close in fewer games than Juancho. Vlatko is also up there, which is quite surprising to me, I have to be honest. Malik Beasley, Zeke Naji, Jamal Murray, Will Barton, Marcus Howard. Marcus Howard, that's impressive.
That is
Yeah.
impressive.
In only 2 seasons. That's
Yeah.
impressive. Facundo Campazzo in 2 seasons as well. And then Darrell Arthur. So, Andy is a winner of the first game. So, his prize is to start the second game right after these messages. Okay, we are back. Second game for today. Let me just share my screen. Here we go. Okay. So, next game. We want to find players with the most games for the Nuggets in the Jokic era, regular season and playoffs, with at least 10 field goals attempted in a game and with 20% or worse field goal percentage. Now, I will tell you that there have been 14 guys with at least 2 of these games. So, chucking a lot, 10 plus shots, but not hitting anything, 20% or less from the field goal. So, if you get a guy that had the most such games, you'll get 15 points. If you get the guy with only 2, you will get, well, actually 4 points because there are 4 guys tied for the last spot here. So, Andy, you can start with your first guess.
I'm going to say, to start, I'll go with Torrey Craig.
Torrey Craig is not on the list.
What?
He is not the guy that shot a lot, man. Torrey Craig was
10 field goals attempts, but was too optimistic.
You need that 10 field goals attempts. Okay. Steven, you're next.
Well,
first strike, by the way. If you get 3 strikes, you're out, Andy.
okay. I'm going to go with someone I know who took a lot of shots. That's Will Barton.
Will Barton is number 1 on the list with 14 such games. Glorious 14 games. So, 15 points for Zamora. Okay. Wade.
Wow. I'm going to go with Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray is an excellent guess. He's number 2 with 11 such games. So 14 points for you. Andy, back to you.
I'm going to go with the top stat guy from the last contest, Juancho Hernan Gomez.
Juancho Hernan Gomez is not on the list. Second strike for Andy. Second strike. Ooh,
wow.
This is getting spicy. Okay. Steven.
Somebody that took a lot of shots. I'm going to say Monte Morris. I don't know if he ever had that bad of efficiency, but I know he's probably had games where he's taken at least 10 shots.
Monte Morris is not on the list. Come on, guys. He's so efficient. No way Monte Morris would be there. First strike for you, Steven. Wade.
I'm going to go with Wilson Chandler.
Wilson Chandler is a great guess. He only played with Nikola for like 2 seasons, but he did this 3 times. So 7 points for you, Wade. That's a good guess. And you're taking the lead now in the game. Andy, no pressure, but strike and you're out.
Yeah, I'm concerned about the field goal attempts on this, but I think his efficiency, everyone would understand my thought process, even if I go out on this guess. So I'm going to say Mason Plumlee.
And you're out. Mason Plumlee. Come on, man. Mason Plumlee is a center. How can you shoot below 20% as a center? Well, you probably can, but not in this exercise. Okay, back to you, Steven.
Okay. I'm choosing between 2 people right now. I'm gonna say Austin Rivers.
Austin Rivers is your second strike. He is not on the list.
Okay.
Wade.
Man, this is a lot of pressure. I'm going to go with Moutier.
Moutier, yes. Moutier is number 3 with 9 such games in only 2 seasons. Glorious 2 seasons of Emmanuel Moutier. Okay, 13 points for you. And I think you're running away with this one. Steven, if you make it wrong, Wade will win.
Okay.
but we'll see.
So let me go back a little bit here and think about all the guys. It's probably somebody who started. They're taking that many shots. Paul Millsap?
Paul Millsap, yes, he is on the list. He did it 3 times, so 7 points for you. Back to you, Wade.
Huh. Okay.
No strikes yet, so you can be
10 shots.
chill.
I'm gonna go with Gallinari.
Danilo Gallinari, yes, he is 5th on the list with 6 such games in only 2 seasons next to Nikola Jokic. Awesome. Awesome stuff. Okay,
All right.
Steven.
I'm gonna go with Rayvon's suggestion there and say Jameer Nelson.
Jameer Nelson. Yes, he is. He did it 4 times. 4 times, 10 points for you. Wade.
I did not know we can use the chat. Interesting.
The veterans know.
I'm gonna go with MPJ.
MPJ. Yes, actually, he did have 2 such games.
Yes.
So that's 4 points for you.
All
Steven.
right.
You're getting really good at this late in the game. Interesting.
Yeah.
We still need 3, 6, 7 guys, but
Oh my goodness.
whatever.
Have we mentioned Gary Harris yet?
Excellent choice. Gary Harris is number 4 with 7 such games.
He's number 4. I was wondering who number 4 would be. Okay.
Yeah, so we still need guys that are tied for number 6, 2 of them, and then some less prominent guys.
I'm gonna go with Bones Highland.
Yes,
Wow,
Bones
that was a good
Highland
one.
did it 4 times. Amazing game by Wade.
In a year and a
Okay.
half, he managed to do that 4
Yeah.
times.
He was
He
on my
did.
fantasy team. He killed me
4
a couple
times.
times, so I figured.
Yeah.
Okay, Steven.
Man, I don't know if he's gotten enough minutes in any game to do this, but I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. I'm going to say Marcus Howard.
Marcus Howard, and you're out. Okay, so Wade had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 correct guesses, and Zamora had 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm not counting these because it's too stressful for me. But Wade is the champion of this game. Excellent. 0 strikes, right?
No strikes.
That's amazing knowledge of chuckers on the Nuggets. So kudos to you. Really exciting. Okay, we have this is the whole list in case you want to glaze at it.
Trey Lyles.
So we forgot Trey Lyles, we forgot Aaron Gordon actually, Yusuf Nurkic, Malik Beasley, and Bruce Brown. These are the guys we haven't mentioned yet. So we have a repeating game for the next segment called Can I Have Your Full Name, Sir/Madam, right after these messages. Okay, we are back. Can I have your full name, Sir/Madam? In case you don't remember how this game is played, we're going to make up some 3-part full names that will consist of the first name of one person and then the last name of that person that coincidentally is the same or sounds like the first name of the other person, and then the last name of said second person. So if I'm going to give you some clues, so if the first person is a guy that hit the side of the backboard in the clutch against the Nuggets, and the second guy used to be a lead singer in the pop group called Wham, your answer will be Paul George Michael. I hope this is clear enough. So Wade is our champion of the second game, he will start with the first clue for the first combination. The first person is a former Nugget. So narrow it down. The second person is a fictional character from a movie set in 1941.
It's the hardest game ever. So a former Nugget. Is this in the Jokic era, or is this former
It's
Nuggets
a former
history?
Nugget. It's a former Nugget.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass. That's so particular.
Okay, Steven. First person is a former Nugget. Second person is a fictional character from a movie set in 1941.
I told myself if we played this game that my strategy would be wait until I got the obvious clues. So I'm going to pass on that one too.
That's smart. That's really smart strategy. Andy, is something brewing under that nice hat of yours?
I do have something brewing. I'm stacking up some possibilities in the queue, but I'm going to be like Steven, and I'm going to pass on showing my hand.
Smart. Okay. Wade, second clue. The first person went to the Memphis College. The second person is a Broadway theatrical author who goes to Hollywood to write scripts for the movies. So first person is a former Nugget that played at the Memphis College, and the second person is a fictional character from a movie set in 1941, and he's also a Broadway theatrical author who goes to Hollywood to write scripts for the movies.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just not in on the movie scene to know. I'm gonna pass.
Steven?
I should have brushed up on my Broadway. Yeah, I'm going to do the same. I'm going to pass.
Andy?
Now, you said the second clue is the character, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, then I think
So
I have...
that character is the Broadway theatrical author who goes to Hollywood to write scripts for the movies. Catchy.
Miroslav, I think I have it for you. It's a Coen Brothers classic mixed with our man, Will Barton. It's Will Barton Fink.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. I have to say, these were pretty... I mean, you have to know the film to guess it, but at the same time, it's kind of easy for the second clue. So, in case you didn't get this one, the third clue would have been the first person's nickname is Drill, and second person's name is the title of a famous Coen Brothers movie. Yeah. Okay. Next up, Steven. Second combination. The first person is an actor born in 1979 in Emmett, Idaho. God damn it, that's my birth year. So, first person is an actor born in 1979 in Emmett, Idaho. And the second person is a former Nugget.
Let me pass on that one.
Andy?
I've got some things percolating, but I'm going to go ahead and pass and let it marinate till more gets revealed.
Okay. Wait.
Yeah, I'm going to pass for now.
Smart. Second clue. Steven. The first person won a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actor in a Drama Series. The second person is a former All-Star player.
Former All-Star that was a Nugget.
Not a lot
Man.
of those.
Yeah. Let me pass on this one. Maybe it will make it back to me.
Andy?
Oh man, I'm gonna go ahead and pass, but should I pass? Let's see. I'm doing the math on the actor's age, and I'm thinking of who it could be. But like primetime Emmy, there's so many shows and so many people it could still be. So I'm gonna wait.
Okay, Wade?
I mean, there's not that many former All-Star Nuggets. But yeah, I just don't know much about the Hollywood scene, so I'm going to pass.
Okay. Steven? Last clue.
Hit me.
The first person is a star of Breaking Bad. The second person does magic in his free time.
God damn it.
Man, trying to think of who the actor is. I don't know the actor's name, but I know who the Nuggets player is that you're talking about. Man. I'll pass. I'll pass on that.
Andy?
Miroslav, this gentleman, I believe, clocks in at about 5'5" and is a beautiful blonde buzz cut. And the other gentleman helped with voting rights in Atlanta during the last election. I'm talking about, of course, Aaron Paul Millsap.
Aaron Paul Millsap is the correct answer. Good job, Andy. And now, the third combination for you. Now we're getting weird. if this wasn't weird enough. Okay.
The first one was pretty weird, but I loved it.
Thank you. So the first person is a former Nugget. And the second person is a fictional character created in 1940.
Oh, it's for me. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I'm going to pass.
Smart. Wade?
I don't 1940s, like,
Yeah, that's the year when this fictional character was created.
yeah. Yeah, man, I'm gonna pass, but I think I know where you're going with this one though. So I'm gonna wait to the next round.
Good. Steven?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's find out our next clue here.
Okay. Andy, are you ready?
I am ready.
The first person will play next season for the same team he played for in 2019-2020 season. And the second person is a DC Universe superhero.
Ooh. I think. Oh, okay. No. DC Universe. Okay. I am struggling with the Nugget. Go ahead. Pass.
Wait, so let me repeat. The first person is a former Nugget who will play next season for the same team he already played for in 2019-2020 season. And the second season is a character created in 1940 and is a DC Universe superhero.
What is this guy's name? Oh man, I know who the second the second part of it is, but I cannot think of what the. Oh man, his name is just escaping me right now. I'm gonna have to pass. I don't want to take too much time because I know I'm not gonna get it.
Thank you for saving our time, Steven.
Okay. So it's a former Nugget that plays for the team he played for in 2019,
Yes,
you
next
said?
season he will play for the team he already played in 2019-2020. And the second character is a DC Universe superhero created in 1940. Like most of DC superheroes, to be honest.
Yeah. Let's get the third clue. We'll do that because I have an idea, or a couple maybe, but
Okay. Andy, the first person is known for his Statue of Liberty dunks. And the second person, his name is the title of a 2011 movie starring Ryan Reynolds of Canada.
Oh, baby. Thank you for this third clue. He has a beautiful family. We wish he would came back maybe for one more year, or do we? I don't know. It's debatable. But while he would blow coverages in the finals, he would also dunk on everyone all the time. I'm going to say Houston's own Jeff Green Lantern.
That's correct. That's correct. Jeff Green played for Houston Rockets 3 seasons ago, and now he is robbing them like 2 years, 16 million or whatever they gave him. Good for him. I'm really happy for Jeff.
Yeah, I was way off.
Get that check, Jeff. Okay. I would kind of like for you to guess my tiebreaker. No, maybe I will save it for the next show. Okay, we have one more game to finish this show off. So Andy, you're a winner of the last game, so you will get the first crack of the last game. Let me just move to the final game. And this is pretty easy on surface. Name the players that have played the most games, regular season plus playoffs, for the Nuggets in the Jokic era. So this is pretty straightforward. In the last 8 seasons, which guys played the most games? And I've selected the top 12 because these guys played 190 or more games. After that, the drop-off is pretty significant. So let's start with the last game's champion, Andy Jewett.
I think I know I think I'm just going to keep it simple and get the big guys out of the way first. I'm going to say Nikola Jokic.
Nikola Jokic played in 664 games, which gives you 12 points. Wade.
Jamal Murray.
Jamal Murray is third on the list with 463 points. So that's 10 points for you. Steven.
I'm going to go with Jokic's buddy, Vlatko.
Vlatko is not on the list. Vlatko is not on the list.
Been there so long.
First strike. Andy. Yeah, but he's been injured as well and out of the
true.
rotation for a long time. Andy.
I'm going to say Gary Harris.
Gary Harris, excellent guest. He's number 4 with 360 games. So 100 less than Jamal Murray. And 300 less than Nikola Jokic. Back to you, Wade.
Let's go with Thrill. Will Barton.
Will Barton is number 2 with 473 games. That's great guess by Wade, who now has number 2 and number 3, and Andy has number 1 and number 4. So that's a tie. Steven.
I'm gonna go with Monte Morris.
Excellent guess. He is number 5, 328 games. So that's 8 points for you. Wade. Oh, sorry, Andy.
Oh, yeah.
I I am going to say something that's probably a wrong answer. But
By the way, you guessed top 5 guys. It's getting really interesting now.
yeah, I think so, right? You know, I'm gonna say, shit. Including the playoff games makes
Yes.
it a different equation, and I'm trying to factor in how many playoff games a couple guys have played in. I'm gonna say. Aaron Gordon.
Aaron Gordon is 11th on the list with 203 games. 2 points for you, Andy. He is second to last on this list. So a pretty bad guess. Sorry. Have to do this.
Keeping me alive. It's keeping me alive.
Wade.
Let's go with. I didn't even see playoffs on there, and I hate this guy for what he did to us in the playoffs. But let's go with Mason Plumlee.
Mason Plumlee is number 6 on the list, 277 games. That's 7 points for Wade. He was an Iron Man. He played in every game. Actually, too many games at the very end, I guess. Okay, back to you, Steven.
Paul Millsap.
Paul Millsap is right there, number 7, 6 points for you. Paul Millsap played in 257 games, even with his injury. Okay, you have top 7 guys now. Still 4 more guys in the bottom part of the ladder. Andy, I'm buying you more seconds.
Speaking of Iron Horses, I just feel like he played a lot of games in the regular season and the playoffs when a lot of people were injured. So I'm going to say eking in on the bottom of the list is Torrey Craig.
Torrey Craig, yes, he is on the list. 204 games, 3 points for you, Andy. He is number 10 on the list. So we still need just 3 more guys. A guy that's number 8, 9, and 12. Wade.
All right, so regular season and playoffs. I'm going to add, although he's been injured a lot, I think Michael Porter Jr. has reached that 200 game threshold.
Michael Porter Jr. is correct. 236 games. So that's another 5 points for you, Wade. Steven. 2 more guys.
Well, we mentioned him earlier about having a healthy season before. I'm going to try out Malik Beasley.
Yes, Malik Beasley is number 9 on the list. 4 points for you. Just 1 more guy. So all of you will have 1 crack at the last guy. So make it count, son. Andy.
Am I allowed to ask a question about who we've already picked?
Yes, you are.
We picked Will Barton already, right?
Yes, we've picked Nikola Jokic, Will Barton,
Okay.
Jamal Murray, Gary Harris, Monte
Just
Morris, Mason Plumlee, Paul Millsap, Michael Porter Jr., Malik Beasley, Torrey Craig, Aaron Gordon. Last guy on the list.
I know he played a lot of games in one season. I think he played enough in at least over the other 2 seasons, and that's Juancho Hernangomez.
Yes, that's correct. I cannot believe we got all of these guys. Incredible job, guys. I think that there was like only 2 strikes between all of you guys. So amazing job, guys. So I will have to count these points now because it's too close. So Andy has 21. And then he has 6 more. So that's 27 for Andy. And Wade has 21 and 8. That's 29. Wade is the winner of the second inaugural Denver Nuggets Game Show Trivia Extravaganza. So let me just show the whole list so people will know that these are in fact the right guys to mention. Okay. That was excellent. That's all for today, folks. We'll keep playing these silly games for the rest of September. Wade, can I get a tentative maybe for your return next week as a reigning champion?
Yes, I got to come back for the repeat. I got to do it.
you you didn't expect this before the show, right?
Nah, I really thought I was going to embarrass myself.
You
I
had
did
an
better than I thought.
excellent showing today. So, as for you, my dear observer, tune in tomorrow at 6:20 a.m. Mountain Time, and that's 14:20 Central European Time for the Serbia-Germany gold medal game. It's going to be the first gold medal for either of these two countries since the 5 gold medals we count as our own were won by Big Yugoslavia, 3 of them, and Small Yugoslavia, the other 2. Have a great weekend, everybody. Oh, and before I let you go, do you want something to plug before we go? Zamora, can you tell us a bit about your podcast?
Yeah, thank you. If you guys ever want to check it out, it's Box Day Boys podcast. You can follow us at Box Day Boys 303 on all platforms: TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. And I wanted to shout out some of my homies on Reddit. I asked them if there was anything they wanted to tell you, Miroslav. You mind if I tell you these real quick?
Of course.
All right. So somebody said to tell you that I know the legendary Boneyard Bill. So Boneyard Bill, shout out to you, man. Brock Smash Good says, tell him I love his relaxed broadcasting style, and I wish more pundits and podcasters were like him. And then Bradley's _Chubb. Even though this is a question for you, Miroslav. Even though Jokic isn't on the team this year, has his success in the NBA tangibly inspired Serbian players, both professional and non-professional, to pursue their passion? I thought that was a good question.
Yeah, players-wise, I think he did, because, young guys understand how lucrative it is to be a top-level talent in the NBA. So for sure, having a guy from our parts being such a huge star makes a big impact on the guys that are already playing, or, to be honest, completely to their parents, forcing kids to play basketball now and hiring private tutors and stuff like that to try to make them thrive. So that's a really good question. I actually had another question from Mislav Chuk, my nephew from Croatia, who asked me if something on the note of can Nikola Jokic come back to the pantheon of Serbian basketball if Serbia now wins gold medal without him? And I will tell him he never left, and but in order to be considered one of the top 5 guys from everybody in Serbia, he will need to come back next year and bring us the Olympic gold. So that's basically my answer. Wait, do you have something fun to announce?
Nothing too crazy. I mean, if anybody wants to follow me on Twitter, it's @it's_Wade. I'm still pulling receipts in September. I still got a bunch to get through. So if you want to join in on this fun, you can follow me there. That's it.
And you have a very
follow.
Yeah, and you have a very discreet plug behind you right now. I don't know if people can even see it.
The thermostat.
Yeah, I the thermostat. Shout out for keeping me at exactly 71 degrees swing line thermostat. Not a lot of people are talking about what the people in HVAC, which is heating, ventilation, and air conditioning, for people not familiar with that acronym. I'll plug my Twitter. It's @AndyJewett. JUETT is my last name, @AndyJewett. Come there. We have fun. Like, Wade's a fun guy. Now I know Steven Miroslav's the best. Let's have fun on the internet like it used to be. Talk about dumb stuff. Offline, my film right here that's in the back will be at a new film festival I'll announce shortly on Twitter. And then I'd also like to plug my son is a music producer and a DJ. If you're in Denver, September 29th, come out to his album release party at Orchid. He has an album called Air Garden. that comes out September 22nd. So on Spotify, go look for Raiju. His name is RYJU. He used to be Mesmeric, but he's changed his name because that's how it goes. His name is Ryan Jewett, hence Raiju. So September 29th at Orchid, come out, 10 o'clock. We'll dance. We'll have a great time.
So he followed the path of Enes Kanter, who is now Enes Freedom, I guess, changing his name. Sorry, that's a really bad joke.
Enes Kanter too much time.
Let's end it on the Enes Kanter, huh?
Yes, for sure. People, follow these guys. They're hilarious. I love being joined by them on Twitter every day. And have a great weekend, everybody, and see you next Saturday. Idemo Srbija.